Hey, we're Mortgage Nerd here. So hopefully you saw my last video, kind of an intro into this series on inflation and money and the gold standard and many other things. But now I'm going to say inflation is theft. When you artificially increase the supply of money and you're increasing the money supply, then you're devaluing the currency. So let's assume that you have a room full of cash. You have $100,000 in that room. Well, guess what? A year from now, that is not worth $100,000 anymore. Now it's worth $80,000. So we burn $20,000 and now it's only $80,000. Are you gonna be happy? No, someone just stole $20,000 from you. Well, when you increase the money supply so much that inflation happens, that the cost of everything goes up by that 20%, it's just as good as you losing 20% of your money. It's the same thing. Inflation is theft. And who is being stolen from the most? It's not the rich. It's not the people that have been in the system, not the people making these decisions that have assets. What are assets? Real property, as in real estate. This building I'm in. Assets are stocks, which are equities. Bonds. Crypto is an asset now. It's the IRS calls it an asset. It's a property. So those that own these assets, those assets only get more valuable. Why? Because when there's all this new money in the system and people get their hands on it, look at all the Robinhood trading and all this stuff. Everyone that got their $1,200 stimulus check and didn't need it to live, they put it into stocks and crypto. And those values skyrocketed. Why? Because those who have assets are the ones who get richer when money is printed. A poor person living paycheck to paycheck and needed that $1,200 to help pay their rent because they weren't working during COVID, that's all they got. They did not get richer. They got poorer. That room of $100,000 that went down to $80,000, that's what happened to all the people that don't have assets. Let me tell you a story. So in 16th century Africa, the European colonists went to East Africa and found that this community in Africa, their currency was glass beads. It was hard for them to make glass beads. So there was a scarcity to it. There wasn't a lot of them, and it was difficult to make, so it was easy for them to use that as their currency. The same way we use paper money and now it's electronic or whatever, they use glass beads. The Europeans came in and they said, oh man, we have factories in Europe where we can make all these glass beads. So what did they do? They got on their ships, they went back, they made a ton of glass beads, they brought them on the boats, and now they flooded the markets with all these glass beads. So now anything that they wanted to buy, they could buy. Everything that was being sold, now the value of those things went up. Inflation happened. Inflation happened because there was this counterfeit glass bead that was easily created in a factory somewhere else as opposed to created difficultly in East Africa. Now it's easily created, so there's way more. And now when you want to buy things in that country, there's a limited amount, but there's all this new money. It bankrupted the country. Theft. Inflation is counterfeit. It's the same as making those counterfeit beads. The difference is when the Federal Reserve prints money, it's legal. When you or I go to our basement and we print money, we're counterfeiters. It's illegal. Which one is better? Which one hurts more people? A lot of people are hurting now with inflation, and it's not stopping, and it's all from this money printing, and it's something that we started decades ago and we live in it, and we trust this form of economy, this form of monetary policy. So is it the right thing to do? Should we continue to just randomly print money, or should we put a halt to it and say what the Democratic Senator Manchin, whatever his name is saying, is to not put this bill together because it's going to cause more inflation? Aren't we having a huge problem throughout the world in inflation? It's even worse in other countries. So that's it with today's video on inflation. We're going to make more. Keep watching. I hope you like it. If you like it, make sure you subscribe, put some comments down below, click the like button. Mortgage Nerd out. Thanks.